Maples Pavilion here in Stanford for the Cardinal and the Cardinals. Louisville's in town, ranked 7th in the country and 9-0 in the ACC. Jeff Walz in his 19th season. 4 trips to the Final Four, twice playing for the national championship. Kate Pay in her 2nd year with the Stanford Cardinal, former national championship player.
A Louisville team that has a really good front line and very athletic guards. And a multiple guard package, Beth, and you can't have enough guards when you get close to the NCAA tournament.
12 in a row for the Card. Their last loss was December 4th to South Carolina. Since then, they've been stacking W's. Road blacks for Louisville.
Both teams like to play man-to-man.
Tajianna Roberts on the drive and the kick. Mackenly Randolph from deep. Starting lineup for Stanford. It is the first career start for Elif Istanbulluoglu, joined in the lineup by the other freshmen, Swain and Shumfai. Possession arrow will stay at this end.
Aggressively try to get steals. It's a different mindset defensively, both effective for their personnel.
Shumfai inbounds to Chloe Clardy. She'll pull up mid-range and hit it. The shot clock winding down on Stanford. Off the dribble, into the paint for Swain, and that won't drop for Haley, and here comes Louisville. Ziegler with the nice pass inside to Hardy, the sophomore from Detroit. Transition 3, around and out from Ogden.
Look how quickly Louisville advances up the floor. They run the floor hard.
Randolph already has 1, make it 2.
What a start from Mackenly Randolph.
Now Swain will push. Shumfai for 3, got it. Ziegler, nope. And that'll go to Stanford. 6 of the 11 shot attempts combined for the 2 sides from deep. 4 minutes in. Here's Ogden going to try the paint, and she'll muscle that one up and in. Istanbulluoglu, nice pass, blocked inside once, and then Ziegler fouled.
Shumfai and Swain have been starting all season long, but 6'5" Elif Istanbulluoglu is getting her first start in a Cardinal uniform. This group is highly talented.
A quad 1 win opportunity for both sides. Louisville with 5 of them already. Stanford with a couple. And here is Courtney Ogden. The run, good transition for Stanford.
Assists Kate Pay. One of the first things they worked on in shoot-around today was breaking the Louisville press.
On the drive, Istanbulluoglu for Mary Ashley Stevenson. Swain on the drive, a little out of control.
Well, the tempo is really picked up here, and this will favor Louisville. They like to play fast, and they have more depth than Stanford.
Scott and 1 on the step-through.
Raina Scott, the transfer from Oklahoma.
Raina's career high, a 20-point outing against Notre Dame. For Jeff Walz, 5 different guys have a 20-point night this year.
And we asked him about it today in shoot-around. He doesn't really have that, but what he has is a combination of players that really want to win, that have great chemistry. And when they came in the gym today, they were loud and they were having fun. You can tell they're on a 12-game winning streak.
Swain can't knock it down. A second chance here for Stevenson up and in. Yeah, you talk about alphas. 5 of the last 10 ACC players of the year have been Cardinals. This is a little different look for this group as Skylar Jones walks with it. And maybe a championship-worthy team. They have a showdown looming a week from tonight with Duke that may just decide the regular season championship, as both come in unbeaten in league play tonight. Off the bounce, that is her game. Shea Ijiwoye.
Weak side busy, and it took the help away. Nobody saw the drive coming.
Ziegler gets it inside. Istanbulluoglu with the size advantage. Drops it in.
I think Ziegler and Istanbulluoglu, Beth, have great versatility.
She can also shoot it. Had a late three at the end of regulation to tie their game against Cal the other day. Here's Berry off the bounce. And got a foul on Stanford on the rebound. Here is Berry. Big breakout season for her.
Randolph lifts, and when you lift up the lane like that, up the to the wing, that gives you space to score. It's really well done.
Well, we talked about it could be anybody's night for Louisville. It may be hers already with 9 points. Her season high is 12.
Which was the last game.
Daughter of NBAer Zach Randolph. And a forced turnover there.
To be able to stay on the glass with Louisville and rebound, not give up any offensive rebounds. So far, the Cardinal has only given up 2.
Using that screen, they were working on that a lot at shoot-around today. Ziegler fights for the rebound, gets him another chance. Oh, Scott with the pretty look away and the lay-in. Final minute of this first quarter. Eschmeyer trying to back her way down, and a shot at a double-digit lead here. Berry, nice feed, and the missed layup. Louisville will come at you again. This time, it's a turnover for Stanford. Ijiwoye got it up and in. Final seconds of the quarter. Berry using that ball screen. And that'll do it. 22-15. Louisville in front on the road here at Stanford. 9 points in the first quarter. She's 4 shy of tying her career high. As we start this second quarter, Louisville in front, trying to stay unbeaten in the ACC and win a 13th game in a row. Stanford trying for another quality win. This would be a Q1 opportunity for their resume and be their biggest win of the season, trying to take down a top 10 foe. Clardy will inbound.
They're staying in man.
Ijiwoye probes the baseline and wraps it up and in. She struggled a bit against Cal, but she's coming out much better here tonight.
Just do what you do well, and you will help your teammates. Then they know what you can do, and they count on you that way.
5'6" sophomore from Phoenix, getting a lot more playing time with Lopolo out. Once again, Stanford down 2 starters. No Nunu Agara either today, their leading scorer. Skip pass, Eschmeyer. Shumfai, the 2 freshman post players. Quiet so far tonight. Berry on the run with numbers, and Jones is fouled.
And that was a key for Kate Pay, and it was a lot about how they wanted to defend so they wouldn't get out of rotation, since Louisville does crash the offensive boards.
Jones, a 76% free throw shooter. Oh, nice cross, Ijiwoye. Comes up short on the lay-in, and here comes Randolph with the push.
Oh, what a pass.
Up ahead for the runner is good.
What a beautiful lead pass by Mackenly Randolph.
Tajianna Roberts had the finish. Another steal taken away from behind by Berry. Roberts gets it right back and nails the 3. Timeout, Stanford. Cards have assisted on 7 of their 11 buckets. Implications for both the Big 12 and the SEC, and possibly 1 and 2 seed conversation, certainly for the Texas Longhorns. As we inch closer, only about 9 or 10 games remaining after today to the postseason as Ogden hits the jumper. Pulls up on the run and hits it.
Soft mid-range jumper, Beth.
Berry's first bucket. Matches their biggest lead of the half. Swain for 3.
We watched Swain this morning get up a bunch of shots early in the gym. She's looking good.
Ziegler. Got it. Eschmeyer trying to go to work, spins in the lane, and that's an extra step. Randolph off the bounce, lays it up and in, and she has matched her career high with 13 here in the first half. 3 minutes to go in the half. Swain, high arcing triple. How about that? That's her second of the night. Only had 8 coming in all season.
It's amazing what happens when you work on your game.
Yep, put in the extra time this afternoon. We watched her come in early. Ziegler faces up and hits. She's got 6 with 8 rebounds.
So many options, so many weapons.
The steal for Berry. Attacks the freshman and scores.
So Louisville can take you so late into the shot clock, and they already know what your first option is going to be. It makes it really tough to get to another.
Randolph able to tip it away from behind, and then they give it right back. And now Stanford returns the favor. 7 steals, 13 points off of turnovers for Louisville. Final 2 minutes of the half. As they look for their 20th win of the season and a 10-0 start to their ACC season, and that'll help. Tajianna Roberts.
That's a little bit of fatigue, what I'm talking about, Beth. And we heard Kate Pay tell her team that you're young and you're in shape. You put in a lot of time, so don't get tired. Chloe Gardy's not tired.
Good runner there. Jones off the bounce. Missed the layup. Duke in front of Miami right now. Virginia Tech also a winner. That's big for them.
Tough 2 right there by Clardy. When a team overplays you, you have to be ready to put it on the bounce and get to the rim.
Pull up, Scott.
Simple step-up screen and a mid-range jumper.
First thing we heard from Jeff Walls walking into the gym, shoot with confidence. Use those ball screens, take your open shots. And a chance for Ijiwoye to get to the free throw line. Hey, coming up tonight, the Nothing But Net crew will break down the evening for you. The biggest of which, Monday night, is Play 4K on K-Yow Court at NC State.
Those battling cancer. Yep. Great awareness for women's cancers around the K-Yow Cancer Fund.
All that Coach Yao did during her lifetime and now beyond. Ziegler on the drive. Big first half for her. Ijiwoye out to Shumfai. Got to hustle one up. Off the side of the backboard. Ziegler got a piece of it on the block. And the 7th-ranked Cardinals, impressive in that first half. Louisville trying to stay unbeaten in the ACC and win a 13th game in a row. They have the halftime advantage over the Stanford Cardinals.
It's a very unselfish quality about this year's Louisville team.
All 8 that have played have scored for Louisville, and defensively they have forced 14 turnovers, leading to 16 points.
So Jeff starts the game with 3 bigs, but he counters in the second half with 3 guards. It really keeps the pressure on defensively.
Clardy's runner off the mark, and the rebound to Tajianna Roberts. Stanford goes with their same group. that started the ball game. Randolph off to mark there.
I mean, that's a second half heat check. She can have one of those.
Shumfai drives and dishes. Weak side rebound, and it ends up with Alex Eschmeyer, who will clean it up. Let's see if they work it back inside. They've hit just one of their last 7 3 attempts. Scott got bumped away from the bucket. And here comes Haley Swain, the freshman. Again, no Nunu Aguirre, no Talana Lopolo. Stanford down 2 starters tonight. Ogden, count it, and a trip to the line.
Look how she squares her shoulders with the backboard so that she can handle the contact.
Courtney, the junior from Atlanta, completes the 3-point play. Randolph calling for it. And a foul. That'll be on Ogden.
As a player for Jeff Walz, it averages about 8 and 5, right? She always has one of the best plus minuses. It's because she does all the subtle things. She rebounds her position. She rebounds out of her area. Now with Ziegler at the 5, 4 guards.
Well, the sophomore class so good with Berry and Randolph and Taj Roberts. Linnea Hardy. There's Swain. Nice off the bounce.
Good screen on the baseline by Eschmeyer.
Stanford inching their way back in it. Ziegler, nice off the bounce.
Really nice take.
They talked about winning those 1v1s today. They thought they would have the advantage. Beating defenders to the bucket. Ogden will pull up.
Courtney Ogden needs to be a little more aggressive. She's got to demand the basketball right now. She and Clardy are the veteran players on the floor with 3 freshmen.
Ziegler hits the 3. Ogden trying to light a fire in this third quarter for Stanford to get back in it. Here's Clardy, and fouled on the shot by Berry.
Can't foul the jump shooter.
Trying to pick up a quad 1 win. As of right now on their schedule, this is their last chance prior to the ACC tournament. Projected as an 8 seed right now.
Heavy ball screen offense is Louisville, and make you really guard lots of different actions. Right there, they go to a ball screen into a step up. That's a tough contested 3. Ball got stuck on the same side of the floor for too long for Jeff Walz's team.
Ijiwoye hits the 3.
Okay, she hadn't made many, but it's better than shooting a corner 3, the top of the floor. And she hit some in warm-ups. I was watching her because in the Cal game, she did not make any, and they didn't guard her. And now all of a sudden, it's a 10-point game.
Yeah, Ziegler.
And Louisville has sort of lost their mojo on the defensive end. They were impacting the basketball so much in the first half, not so much here in the second.
Ijiwoye off the bounce for a bucket. Big thing is they just have the 1 turnover so far in this third quarter. And look at Shea with a dozen points. Nice bounce back for her. Ziegler responds with a 3, and she has scored 5 in a row for Louisville.
Jeff Walz is basically saying, we're not going to trade baskets with these guys. We got to get our defense back together. Kate Pay becoming the point guard over there that she is naturally, making sure her team looks more composed here in the second half.
Eschmeyer, good baseline drive. Offensive foul. Clardy comes back on for Swain. Istanbulluoglu, here comes the double, and a foul with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Louisville 6 for 7 from the line tonight. Hey, it's the 39th annual WWE Royal Rumble, live or on demand using the ESPN app. Sign up to log in with your TV provider to unlock your access.
Let's see if they run 2 at her. They switch.
Ogden, corner 3, short. Louisville's got a chance. Scott running with Roberts, and Scott does get it up in time for the lay-in to beat the buzzer. Big 4-point swing in favor of the Cardinals.
Who's having more fun than that guy?
Nobody. The band leader tonight here
love
at Stanford.
College. I just love college.
Here's Shea Ijiwoye. She's been the leader tonight for the Cardinals. She's got a dozen points.
They go to horns. They put their two bigs on top of the floor, and you got a mismatch in there with Eschmeyer.
Clardy, baseline, leans into it. Eschmeyer, nice offensive rebound and a foul. Boy, and they've had such an amazing run of bigs over the years, whether it's the Agwumake's, whether it's Val Whiting and Trish Stevens, Heather Owen and Kristen Fokel back in the day.
Don't forget Vanessa Nygaard, Naomi Palumpele.
Muli Tawaumpele.
Yeah. Yes, Muli Tawaumpele.
14 first half turnovers, 4 so far in the second half. Roberts, nice feed to E and 1.
And passed the ball only where she could catch it.
Jeff Walls loving that assist for Taj. They're going to get another possession here. Randolph with the board. Got a two-man game on this side of the floor. Randolph going to work. No. Drops it off for Istanbulluoglu.
Not many possessions of zone by Jeff Walls. He's only played 5 in the last 5 games. But then they go to man late.
Inbound to Ogden, and she's fouled.
What a play.
Ogden 1 for 1 at the line. Short on the jumper there. Ijiwoye, and it is Clardy leaking out the other way. Has her 4th double-double of the season. They work it inside out. Clardy with a block. Shot clock winding down, and just in time. Nope. Shot clock violation.
No talking on defense for Louisville, and really good position, and then the drive. Right.
Swain fouled. First foul on Roberts will get Swain to the line. And the freshman out of Marietta, Georgia, big-time recruit arriving. They still have 2 trips back east, including late February, going to Miami and Florida State. Ziegler hits.
Smart. She sees the help.
Stanford now playing against Louisville and the clock. Under 5 minutes to go. Ijiwoye. Ziegler faces up, gets into the lane, and hits it.
Dump the playbook on Ziegler now.
Defensively, they've gotten it done, forcing turnovers, taking away #1 options, really making it difficult for Stanford to run their offense tonight in the quarter court.
Oh,
nice cut, Jones, assist, Roberts.
You know, Taj Roberts leads this team in assists. And there's a deflection by Berry.
Well, and she may have turned an ankle. She'll get some attention from the athletic trainers.
I'm thinking most teams don't have depth to be able to absorb something, but Louisville does.
Jones.
I mean, bullies their way to the
Nice little
rim.
step through there. Eight of the 9 that have played have scored tonight for Louisville. They're on an 8-0 run to put the finishing touches on an impressive start to their West Coast road swing. Of course, they'll be over at Berkeley next. And setting up for a showdown with Duke a week from tonight, which may just decide the regular season championship. They're both unbeaten atop the league right now. And that'll be a home game for the Ville on ESPN. Quick timeout here for Louisville just to get some substitutes on. And then South Carolina in action at Texas A&M. They had that big win earlier in the week to knock Vanderbilt from the unbeaten ranks.
Good take.
Nice take there by Haley Swain.
Get the floor all spread out. Big Ten, though, top to bottom, is probably the best league right now.
UCLA out in front there. Big showdown with Iowa.
Of course, the ACC has 9 projected with 2 on the bubble, and Stanford as an 8 seed. Louisville projected as a 2 seed.
Yeah. And Sarah Strong is flirting with a 60-40-90 season.
That would be impressive.
Nobody's ever done that in men's or women's college basketball. Run the table and go undefeated in the regular season. And then, I'd love to be in the selection committee room. Who's the overall #1?
It's going to be interesting because UConn is right now with 6 quad 1 wins.
Clardy spins and scores.
That's the difference between freshmen and juniors with weight room work that can make those kind of plays. And that's my point about Eschmeyer. She's going to be able to do that. She's pretty tough right now. She's going to get tougher.
Big story for Stanford, of course, moving forward, Debbie, is Nunu unavailable tonight, and Lopolo the second straight game. Hannah Hidalgo coming to town with Notre Dame. You got to be buttoned up on the perimeter.
Yeah. Well, you just don't dribble the ball around her, okay? And if she's on the weak side of the floor, keep her over there.
Ijiwoye hitting her second triple. It's going to be an offensive foul called on Reagan Bender.
I love that Jeff Walls is playing the end of his bench, okay? I think it's great that he's given them a chance to play the players that are in practice every day, doing everything the other players are doing, and not worrying about his net efficiency.
Stanford gets an extra possession, and Ogden will hit the triple. Yevhenia Putra also into the ball game. There's another takeaway. Clardy gets the lay-in. Stanford will drop to 4-5 in league play as Skylar Jones scores a couple more. And Louisville will pick up its 20th win of the season and get to 10-0 in the ACC.
Jeff telling his team to score.
Shot won't go. Putra with the rebound. And that'll do it. So the Louisville Cardinals get the win, their 20th of the season. A terrific outing here on the road for Laura Ziegler, helping Louisville get their 20th win of the season and now 10-0 in the ACC. What was the big difference for you, Laura, in this second half? Really turned it on in the third quarter.
I think just taking my time on my shots, and when you see the first one go through the net, it helps a lot. And my teammates just did a really good job of helping me get to those spots and helping me get the ball at the right times.
Laura, what's it like playing on a team where you have so much balance? Like any night, it can be anyone's night, and tonight it was your night.
It's fun, and I think we always talk about how difficult it is to scout too. Like, we know when we go out and we're playing a game like today, like, who are they talking about in the scouting report? We know who we're talking about, but for them to be able to take away people, they're always leaving somebody who can score. So I think it's really fun playing on a balanced team because you never know whose night it's going to be.